Hey everybody, Adam Shafran, Flying Fox Fruits, and I got my buddy Chris Lehman, Freedom Fruits, helping me film. Thank you, Chris.
Yes, sir.
We just did us a nice little video collecting some fruits there. I'll show you to them again. This is some Grimmel, Jaboticaba. I got one big one, a lone one. Bunch of nice white Jaboticabas, some Zil Dark Pitangas, and Catli Guava. But the reason we're doing this video now is because the other day we had a windstorm come through, blow over a tree onto another tree, and tear off this big branch. And it's a nice rare Jaboticaba that I don't know the variety, and I'd like to, if I got a branch that broke off this big, I'd like to preserve it. I've only got one of these trees. So that's what you do. If you have a tree that's rare and something blows over and breaks off a big branch, I don't care what time of year it is, try to graft it if it's something rare. And that's what we're doing right now. I'll walk backwards so you can hear better. So let's give them a tour as we're walking to get the Scions. Zil Dark, grafted, out in the middle of the sun, doing great. Okay. Pitanga tubas, looking okay, but look at how much nicer the Zil Dark looks, you know. But this is doing okay. It's got fruit on it. We just harvested a bunch of fruit, so they're coming around. This is marula, the African tree. They make a drink out of it called amarula. Look at this annona over here. This is an annona. I don't know the species. They sold it to me as I got it. I didn't buy it. It was traded to me as Annona cornifolia, but I don't think that's what it is because the fruit is tasting like nothing. Oh, there's fruit set there. These are fruit setting. You see the little strawberries? Well, that's a flower. And then there's the little strawberry to keep going. There's one there, yep, and there's another one further up the tip of the branch. But that's kind of like what they look like when they set. It's gonna be hard to get it to focus. Maybe if I put this behind it for some, anyway, just to show them, it looks like a little magnolia fruit. Yeah. But anyway, looks almost, I always mess with people, but look at the plant. I always say, I'll say, what kind of blueberry is that? It looks like a blueberry.
It sure does.
But it's not, it's an annona. And I've even seen the caterpillar of the swallowtail. I think it's called a zebra swallowtail. It'll lay larvae on it and they don't make it that far. Like they try to eat it, but it's not what they need to be eating. They need to be eating a pawpaw. You got me looking for larvae on it right now because they don't ever last too long. But there's flowers on it. Look at the flowers coming. It's a beautiful fruit. Easy to grow. It takes a flood. But we came here to graft annonas. Here, let's show them this here. That helps. It's gonna do it for us. It's like, heck no, we can't focus on that. That'll blow the internet out. There it goes. It's supposed to be cornifolia. I don't think it is. I think it's something else. Tastes like nothing. It tastes like wet tissue paper and sugar water. Barely sugared. Look at that thing. They left this when they sold the house. You know, they left these here. But they're gorgeous. I'll take them.
That's a spear.
Yeah, it's better than weeds.
Sure is.
And then look at the fruits on these. Gorgeous. Just some ornamentals. This is supposed to be grandifolia. Plinias grandifolia. Pull some weeds at the bottom to make it pop for the camera, right? This is what I do all my weed pulling in the videos. We're walking through the tunnel getting barreled, dude. Look at me getting covered up, bro. Alright, we take them through the play-by-play. Let's tell them what happened, Chris. Alright, so I'm sitting here the other day, and it's raining hard. I had this tree over here, my grafted ESALQ. It blows over onto my other rare tree, and just, blah, blah. Look at it, took off. I think this is either a black velvet. I think this might be a black velvet, or a grandifolia, I can't tell. But look at the size of the Scion I'm grafting with. We're gonna graft that up today, right now. This big old branch.
Whole thing?
Nah, well, I'm taking some pieces off. So first, let's get it trimmed up to size. Let's come over to this barbecue table. Perfectly clean. All right, start trimming it down. These are good Scions probably to use, but we're gonna have to burn them in the fire. We can't have these getting out into public. Just kidding. These are all good cuttings right there that we could have still used, but I just want the power, the big piece. Okay, this is where I'm taking it back to, Chris. Come look close. Look at these nubs. Look at these nice buds. You see that? Those little chunks. I can go ahead and cut it, but that's good. Those chunks are good. All this, good stuff. So I think that's gonna be a good cutting. I'm gonna clip this off. We're not gonna need that. That's my cutting, okay? Let me hurry up and graft this. I'm gonna put these pieces. You wanna try to graft these for your own sake?
Yeah.
After the video? Okay, Chris, you earned these. These are rare. Good luck with you. And then if you need, you have rootstocks or what?
Yes.
Good.
You know it.
I would be using the smallest rootstocks I could for those to make individuals, and don't try to, it's up to you really.
Right.
So these are just some rootstocks I have sitting around. Sabras. This one looks perfect sized. I'll see if you can see that there.
Oh yes.
The tape, oh, these are some spondias cuttings that we have to root that we got from Curtis Mosey. These are spondias. He said it's a good one. So maybe we have to root these.
Okay.
After the video. Another video. All right. Those are easy to root. That's my purple spondias. Hog plum.
Nice.
Yep.
Looks good.
It looks decent. And so, can I graft on your picnic table?
Yeah.
I'll wash it off afterwards.
No work.
Don't worry about it.
No
You're a
work.
good sport, Chris.
I know it.
You know it, I know it. We all know it. Actually, I could do it on this bench. This aluminum bench. Well, I don't know. I think the contrast is good here.
Yes.
So, we're going to knock that back. That's been knocked back. Let me go. You stay right there. I'm going to go get my buddy tape. I left it on top of the chicken coop. And I'll see what I come back to get. Okay. Yeah, and now this tape doesn't stick as well when it's wet. You know, when the object is wet. But we're gonna do what we can. Over or under? How you do your toilet paper? Over or under? I'll do it over.
Over.
Everyone does it over. That's the way it tears off better. Now this is not necessary, but I'm trying to dampen this, like wipe this any dampness off. Just pat it down one time and not bust off any nodes. But you always remember, I take it and I pinch it with one finger like that, you see? I've taken it and pinched it between my fingers like that. And you're gonna leave the bottom part exposed because you're gonna cut that anyway, right?
Yes.
So you pinch it on the diagonal there, take your corner, right? And pinch it to your finger. And then stretch. And make sure you're always slightly stretching as you're rolling, okay? And overlapping a little bit. See that?
Yeah.
Good filming. I'm trying to make it so it shows, but I'm stretching and wrapping, stretching and rolling and wrapping, making sure it overlaps and trying not to bust off any of these little buds. They're like little spears.
Yes.
You're trying not to bust them off. It's okay if you do. It's not the end of the world.
But it's early energy.
It's
right?
it's good stuff to have them there. It is. And then let me, hold on, I'll be back. Didn't mean to take that away. I got another piece of tape. See, it's wrapped to there and it's not done. So I'm gonna go right back. And
So don't be stingy with your tape.
you can be, but it needs to be totally wrapped and sealed. You know what I mean?
This far.
And then I'm just trying to do this. I probably went a little overboard. Definitely went overboard. You want these buds exposed, okay? Because look, that one's already poking out. It's already poking out. That's good. I'm trying to show it, but it doesn't matter. It's already poking out. That's fine. There's another one poking out somewhere.
And that is okay.
That's perfect. It's what you want. It's like ready to go. It's totally sealed up to top. I've got my knife in hand. Just found it. Thank you, Lord. Grafting knife. Beveled on one side. That one's flat. Okay, design your tree. Think about which way it's going to go. Like that. It's going to come together like that. So always cut your rootstock first. Right down the center. And it's not even a cutting. It's more of a rocking and a splitting. Ooh, this knife is sharp. I just sharpened it. It's nice. Okay. So that's going to go in there like that. Now we cut this. And with the bigger cuttings, you just, a little bit at a time does a lot. Just a little bit at a time. Doesn't have to be a whole bunch. Just shave it on down a little bit. And then let's do the other side. This wood is so soft. This wood is so easy to cut, man. It's easier than Sabra. This is so soft. Maybe it's because it's wet. This is so soft, buddy. It's so easy. Ooh, that sounds good. Ooh, it's like skateboard. It reminds me of skateboarding. When you're popping the tail, you'll hear a certain noise. When you're grafting, if you're grafting good, it goes like. It reminds me of messing with a reed.
I was just about to say, it's reminding me of a reed.
Yes, of a saxophone reed.
Yep.
If you start to feel like playing with the saxophone reed, you know you're doing good. But that's it. I mean, that's the connect. If that doesn't take, I'll be sad, but you know how it goes. Wrap from the bottom to the top. Remember that. First layer is the sealer. You just put a layer around to seal it up, right? And so we're grafting right now. Even though I think it's not the best time of year, I don't care. I have to graft this. The tree got cracked. And this tree will be worth good money, and I'll have a backup now. So everything happens for a reason. And then now too, I know that I can graft this time of year. See, I go into winding mode. This is the winding mode, right? This is tight, like a rope. And I'm gonna do that again, just to make sure. Winding. Winding, winding, winding. Probably put one more on. You can wrap quite tight with Jaboticaba because the wood is so hard, but you can't do the same thing with all other trees.
No,
like
you
a
cannot.
big,
I've messed up.
yeah, you said that before. Even a sapodilla wouldn't.
Avocado.
Yep, avocado's a main one. Mango.
Mango.
So there it is, and then this is the main, I think, a really important thing. Okay, that's done, that's grafted, that looks great. But now, where do we put it? That's the main thing. We can't just put it out here in the full sun, I don't think. It won't like it. Maybe I'm wrong though, because I've seen people that do exactly what I say don't do and it works for them. But let's find a place for this really quick that I think is good and explain why I think it's gonna be an okay place. Let's go. Well, if nothing messes with it, Chris, this would be a great spot right here. It's just dappled, it's kind of in the shade, it's, you know, this would be a good spot in here if nothing messes with it. I could put it like right here. It's underneath, like show up above us. There's, you know, like above us, there's, something might bang it up, something might mess with it, but this is where I'm putting it. If anything, a chicken's gonna mess with it. But show them under that. It's on the south side of a big oak tree. Just barely. And it's just dappled. It gets some full. It gets in midday. It's gonna get shade. You know, you're gonna get some good morning sun. You know, and then the middle of the day shade, and the end of the day shade. That's what I'm looking for this time of year when I'm grafting. Okay. And then, so really appreciate you. Yeah, those are just some. Yeah. Appreciate you guys. Let's show them the chickens on the way out. Highly docile. She's ready to go to bed. Look at these guys hanging out. Whole crew. I believe that's 9. 3. Who am I missing? 3. Is that 9? No, purple gorilla. He must be out. Oh, there he is. Look over there. He's trying to switch teams. He's trying to switch teams. Look at. I'd pull out or he's gonna run. He's trying to switch teams. They're about to kick him out. And then we want to show the cyber chinchillas. These are cyber chinchillas. I raised these. They're new breed. It's called a cyber chinchilla. Look at the belly on that thing. That's Mike, I think. Is that Mike? Yeah, that's Mike. Mike is chill. Good night, Mike. You're a good boy. All right, y'all. Take care. See you guys. Thank you. Grafting Jaboticaba.